All right, a vocal video. From Patsy Rudenberg's The Need for Words, Chapter 5. This is rooting the word into the breath. And it's the idea of the lower we breathe the word, the deeper of its effect on us. So take an emotional text or several powerful words, all or nothing phrases that encompass love, hate, despair, woe, mourning, joy, fear, e.g. I love you, I guess, no longer mourn for me. I'm so sad. I don't know. I want to kill you. I hate you. You killed my father. My name is Ntoigo Manega. Prepare to die. That sort of thing. Those kind of things. Those kind of words. And this is an exercise to try and root that in you. So the idea is lie on the floor comfortably with your knees up, soles of the feet on the floor. Don't clamp your thighs and keep your shoulders free. Draw in breath low and deep into the groin. Take your time and don't rush the breath. Start to speak the words from that deep position as you exhale the breath. Feel the words low in the breath. Maybe you have to breathe each word separately at first. You will begin to feel more power as you speak the word. So I don't know if like love, hate. Now build upwards into a line with a breath. You take breath low and speak the first word, I. Then breathe I love. And then finally breathe I love you. And so on through the whole of your chosen sentence. Rooting the words in this manner allows you to build up a whole line or thought. It gives you confidence, control over sentences. Many people get emotionally stirred as they do this exercise and discover how connected the word is to the breath and our deepest feelings. So let the emotion join the phrasing. Because of this, at this point, you are linking to the essential need with words. And now just experience how different the feelings as if you do the same exercise from a high rather than a low breath. That is, if you breathe high in the chest, then speak the same text, just try it a few times. The words will not affect or churn you up in the same way. You'll probably experience a disconnection from the word rather than the powerful need you get from low breathing. Repeat both low and high and low and high breath exercises in a standing position. So I'm going to pause and do low. I'll use something like I love you. We'll use I love you. All right, I did the phrase I love you on the ground, breathing low and then breathing high, and you can definitely feel a difference in you. You're supposed to do it from repeat it low and high breath exercises from a standing position. So from low, I love you. I love you. I love you. So, I'm trying not to flex my diaphragm, but it's like kind of that lower energy. I love you. I love you. And then doing it from a high. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's funny. It trips more if you go, I love you versus I love you. So if you're talking down here, if you're talking kind of deeper, lower, you get a bit more of a resonance that way. I can see that there being variations of where you want to be down here talking like this. But then there's other places where you want to trip along, get kind of through this part. But then, hey, let's get serious here. Let's talk about something serious here. And in this part where you want to slow down and you want to kind of ground yourself, feel it kind of coming from your feet, coming from the low, kind of the gut, that kind of idea. Now speak a longer text without using much breath or breath support. So now speak a longer piece of text without using much breath or breath support. Now do the same piece of text with breath support. And there will be no comparison. The second time you will understand and feel the words better. You may also find a new confidence behind the outpouring of words. I know I feel like I'm going slower, but I'm also kind of dwelling on the words and I'm kind of got it there. So sort of a short little exercise today, which is good because I need to go and do things, but it's also a good idea for understanding. If you're always up here talking like this, you're very much over the surface where, okay, if I can kind of ground myself and put myself down here, it's coming a little bit, it's much more, hey, maybe you should listen to me. Maybe I have something to say. I can see there's a point of having text where you're saying like, okay, I want to kind of quickly give you some exposition. I don't want to dwell on this too much. I want you to get the information. So I'm up here, but then I want to talk about that text. I want to say, you know, what does that mean? So I don't know if you want to always be down here, but it's like, oh, there's a real difference between the two. I mean, you might say, no, actually having exposition, which also kind of is centered and down here, is important because you want to give context and you want people to listen to that context. So that's an interesting thing of that low and high breath, and how that might affect how you talk. But that's something that really interesting to remind myself of as I'm talking. Definitely on the floor it was even more kind of a sensitive thing, more of a vulnerable thing, more of like, oh, I need to be kind of grounded in where I'm at when I'm doing the exercise. So yeah, interesting exercise. I will leave it there. More videos later.